Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sunesha and we are playing Dishonored 2. So we are at mission 2, at the edge of the world. We have waken up here in the ship.
Am I still aboard Meagan's ship? It feels odd.
Isn't it? Yes, it's very odd. And as usual, we will just go around and try to find interesting things in the near environment we use. So let's have our circle pattern here. We can see she has some writing stuff here, I guess, with some blue ink and black ink. I want some red ink so I can pretend it's blood. Okay, yes, that was a little bit too off. So we can't use these ones. Okay. They have blocked us in. Oh man.
What is this place? Where am I?
You're in the void, my friend. Make your way through the void. Okay. It's kind of interesting when you're doing a Let's Play. I always think me as a royal person, you know, as we, because I'm both the person we are playing, I'm both the person I'm the person I'm talking to right now.
I can feel something moving closer.
So it's kind of like a free person at the same time. I think that was a very good subject when we are in the void, how it feels to make a Let's Play, and it feels like that for me, because when I'm saying, oh, our mother did that, I mean the mother in our game, but not your mother, but not my mother. Am I psychotic or something?
Empress Emily Kaldwin. I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it?
Oh man, that was freaky.
Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
I think he was gonna give us the outside mark. That is super cool. Of course, we're gonna be a witch. And that is what every woman wants to be when they grow up. Okay, I'm set.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something.
So, well...
Stories. They're true.
Well, so... interesting. And we see something here that kind of looks like we can climb. No, we can't. I think we are dreaming, so we are kind of immortal here. I thought that was kind of like where we could climb on something. So, the deal is with... difference between what I know from the old game, and it's probably the same when you are playing Corvo in this game, is the difference between Blink and Far Reach is that Far Reach, we are actually grabbing ourselves here, we are pulling ourselves over here, we are not teleporting over here, so that means it's not instant, so it means our enemies will be able to actually see us while we are doing this. It's not like Corvo that he just reappeared somewhere else. We are actually pulling here. And another thing when I played...
This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne.
Oh yeah, so that's the statue for it. So another thing with the Far Reach is also, it kind of has a different physics to it. So if I run at the same time I'm pulling, I will fly super far here. You saw I put my mark pulled over there, but it took my speed into calculation, so it was kind of like a physics. So I gained that thing there. So so if you are falling and so on, yes, that will take part of it. Remember this guy? He was in the, let's remember, the oil industry there with the banks and things here. Can I pull that out? It looks very hard there. Yes. So yes, now I'm explaining some of this stuff. As you can see there, the marker was over there. So yes, it's a little bit different, so you can do stuff differently. What's kind of cool with the thing is with when you have blinking, you can't blink into objects. For example, we have obstacle here, and if you're blinking, you can't go through it, but by doing, you can do this with far reach, you kind of will pull yourself over here instead. And that means you can go over the obstacles, which is not possible with the help of blink. So yeah, that's that is one of the benefits that you have. Okay.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
She's of course referring to our new little toy here, the heart. So the heart is one of the benefits of the heart is that we can find runes and stuff, and also it tells us secrets about other stuff. So yeah, a lot about stuff today.
There are no stars in the sky here.
So
there is no sky.
We are not psychotic at all. We have our heart in our hands and we hear our mother's voice through it. Not, we are healthy like a mule. Is that the good saying? Or... So here we have our villains.
Delilah, really? How could she? I don't understand.
So...
You shouldn't be here. No one should.
So here we have Delilah, I think the one behind her is the crown killer. Actually, we haven't seen her yet, but I'm guessing that. And this kind of interesting bag he has on our things here. And this one, I think, is our future victims, I will guess. That would make sense. I haven't played more than here, so I'm kind of new to everything, so I'm just speculating. And we have a rune, so we can upgrade our skills.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Meagan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
So it looks like we are back at this ship here. So the outsider, the immortal ultimate goth kid, they told us that Delilah may be after more than just being the empress of these countries here. So let's see here a letter from Emily. Wyman, by now you must heard about the cube in Dunwall. Don't worry, I'm safe, hiding far away with my friends. I implore you, don't try anything reckless, and don't go back to Bristol. Stay in Morley. There is nothing you can do against Delilah. I can't say I have a solid plan yet, but you know how well I improvise in desperate situations. Remember the time I kept a straight face during the watch officer's report, all the while sitting at my desk without pants? If I survive that, I get through all of this. For now, I need you to stay hidden and act alone. Trust me, we will see each other again. I promise, Emily. Yeah, no pants. I kind of like this girl. She has humor. Okay, so let's write in your journal. Dear diary, I want a pony. So we can see here. So we will get all this new diary stuff. That is kind of interesting. We can see the thoughts of Emily. New year. We are starting a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. I can't wait for Nyman to get back to Dunwall. We go to the abandoned mansion, and I discovered the other night at the edge of Rod Shore. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary haunted house before. Using sheets and hiding old autograph upstairs. Wyman would love that. We will get spooked and hold hand and screaming and laughing. So Wyman is probably her boyfriend. We have some reference in here in the early first mission here, so it's probably about that. So that's why. Come on, Emily. You promised to be more serious and listen to at the court. You're already planning your next escape. Let's start this diary again. Proposals for new decrees of well-old rationing and inspirations. The anniversary, yeah. That time of the year again, the anniversary of my mother's death. There is no real time for reflection, though it's all security protocols, menus, guest list, and it's impossible to sleep out at night. I feel like a caged bird. They already got me memorizing this year's speaks. It's endless. Will it be so terrible if I just said what I will remember about her? That wink she gave me, even as she was scolding me, after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather. The sound of her footsteps as she paced at night, the time we share a cabin at the boat trip to Driscoll, or the time she agreed to let Corvo teach me to fish, but then I had to pull the hook from my arm. Now that would be a speech. I kind of agree. It must be very boring to be royal. So this is kind of afterwards, so that was kind of before the story. I kind of like that we get the insight in our head here. So, my father is lost, turned to stone by Delilah. These words doesn't seem even real. Witchcraft, something I never would believe possible, but now I have to believe it in it, so I can believe that it can be undone. Delilah claims to be my aunt, the rightful heir. Truths or lies? All I know is that she used magic to take my throne, aided by the weasel Duke Abel. They must be working on their plans for years, buying disloyalty with promiscuity. Even Ramsay, captain of the night watch, planting in everyone's mind the idea that my father and I could be responsible for those monstrous killings. The ones are both us aware of the crown killing. So now Duke Captain Ramsay is currently rotting inside my safe house inside the Dunwall Tower, so we don't have to worry about him any longer. So that's good news for us. I'm not in a trusting mood, but Meagan Foster says she knows Anton Sokolov, our old royal physician, and she helped me escape the coup. She is all I have right now. We are sailing for Circonos. My Dunwall, my home, is no longer safe for me. But I never really was safe. I never really will be. The sooner I get out through my skull, the better. So these are her notes about the void. This time it wasn't a dream. I've read about the void and an outsider, imagined them. Now I've seen these wonders for myself. Strange doesn't begin to cover it, as we read in a couple of things there. Yeah, people often touch the void when they are dreaming coming back there, or when they are close to death. So, but we have visited the void with Emily here for now. The outsider has terrible eyes, black on black. He offered me something. I know these gifts come with a price, but how can I refuse? This power might give me the edge I need to defeat Delilah and Duke Abel. I worry about paying in the cost later, so yeah, I think it would be a different text here if we have not accepted the outsider mark, which is, the thing is with the outsider mark is given to special persons, like Corvo, there was Delilah, also have the outsider mark, and there was also some other people in the old game, but it's kind of rare to be given this mark. So often is, I think I always thought about the outsider as the person that he acts through pawns in the real world, but he's kind of tied up in the void. There is a whole DLC about the outsider, which I probably will buy just to find out more about this strange creature in the void. So, and what price I will pay for this other gift? My mother beloved voice trapped in the strangest contraption. It is both comforting and chilling to be able to talk to her again, and yet it's not entirely the person I knew anymore. This is the thing. The heart is there and not here. I have to focus in a new way to even see it. Yeah, so I think the thing is what she's trying to say here and how we can interpret that. I think is the heart when she has it in her hand. It's kind of dear but not dear. It's only Emily that can see it. So when it tells us a secret, it's kind of no one else will hear those whispers. We arrived at the southernmost tip of the empire, strange fragrance all around, salt, fish, spice. I don't know how to blend in here. I don't know what to eat or where to go, but this is where my father was born, so part of me belongs here too, and these are my people, or they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. I'm coming for you, Delilah, with my new powers, and all I need now is a plan. Okay, very dramatic. So we have everything. We didn't get a pony, so I don't think Emily is the pony kind of girl. I think she is kind of grown up, so she doesn't want a pony. But yeah, jokes aside, so we can see here, oh, our crossbow. Limited resources. It's not what you are used to living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. It's not beneath you. Pick up whatever valuables you find along the way. We need ammo, resources, and to take down the people behind the cube. Yeah, we already started taxing people as we have to have money for our coup here to take back the throne from Delilah, so we are at the right track. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there is a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they will guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but if it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on this crossbow as a gift for you. If you need to it modified, those shops can help you with that as well. Meagan. And she is captain of the ship. Thank you. Fancy crossbow. So yes, let's find out more about our little ship here while we are here. Let's go. We need to do some maintenance here because it's sparkling and sparkly. I want to go inside here. What could be inside here? It seems to have some kind of treasures, which is not possible for us yet. If we had some rat or some other way to get inside here, I think we are out of options, so we can go up here. Let's do that first, so we get familiar to this ship. Main room. So let's go up to the ship and let's see if we can find something. So to buy stuff from the black market, we probably need funds, but we gathered around 1100 coins, or yeah, whatever the currency is here. So yeah, this is good. It's sparkly. Okay, let's go talk to Meagan. Okay, you can't kind of slide like that. Can't change direction. Physics. I hate that. Why can't I change directions like that? So I can slide like this. But yeah.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
Okay, so probably Anton has some
connection. We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right, wherever he is.
So we are looking for Sokolov. So.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, Your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Meagan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Meagan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
I guess the things inside this aquarium was some blood for lice or something similar to that. So yeah, it was probably the Salatman while recording also messages. Anton Sokolov seems to be kidnapped by, and I messed with his stuff there. He seems to be. That was kind of interesting. I was kind of saw in a note over here, so let's see the blood fly study here, because I think it will be important, of course. Sokolov notes blood fly study. I wondered wherever I have another book in me. The blood fly epidemic, coupled with the basic information of the life cycle and behavior, might make an excellent project for this old natural philosopher. Blood flies are exotic insects, unlike anything else found in Circonovus. I suspect they originated on the Pandician continent. In groups of 3 or fewer, they are harmless. Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate that they each emits a scent that has a collectible effect on large numbers of bloodflies. Bloodflies are attracted to rapid movement and sound, which is something we need to remember then, because if we move slowly and don't make a sound and stealthy, we can probably avoid them. The nest can be broken apart, scattering the swarm. In particular, the nests are quite susceptible to fire, so yes, fire, that will be helpful. The insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in a breathtaking fashion after a very short time. More corpses in a circular city, say during a crisis or a plague, mean more blood flies. So this is kind of an unused kind of rat, I will guess. So the more high chaos you have, the more you kill, is the risk of spreading the blood flies, I guess, as the rat was in the earlier game, but there's rats in this game too. Interesting, in the last part of the blood flies life cycle, they calm a great deal, leaving the swarm. They molt, causing the wings to drop afterwards. Afterward, each blood fly lives a solitary existence. Very odd. Bloodfire are largely restricted to the south, preferring warmer climates, like certain aging national field officers. Yes. So let's read this. Okay. A reflection on my journey to the Danusian continent. It's really hard to say names in a different language, which language I don't know, so I don't know how to pronounce them, so it's kind of gonna be a mix between English and Swedish, I guess. A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of the known world, adorned with curlicues and sea beasts. It has cherished spots over her mantle. She paid handsomely for it and was bristled when they enumerated their various areas. Chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Pandusian continent. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant our empire really is compared to that giant landmass. As if Pandusia were but a few days' journey from Aran. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach these shores. I had no doubt that Pandusia was rich in resources, but a place must be understood if we are ever hope to exploit it as mired treasures. These were my thoughts as I agreed to join them in the ill-fated expedition. And so it was. On the third day on the month of Earth, under calm grey sky, the great sea vessel Antonia Aquilio set sail with captain, crew, Richard and myself, 48 of us total, from what would be the most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life. Okay, that was probably some. So we have this one and two. And I think this will be the last ones, and then we will quit. Anton Sokolov's investigation notes. Why can't the old man enjoy his last years in warmer climate, with good wines and spicy foods, without stumbling into another nest of vipers eager to coil around the heart of his empire? As I've learned more each weeks for months now, I found my mind turning over the moments beneath the surface here in Karnaca, Duke Luca Abele, and some inner circle that even seems to include Captain Wartime Ramsey of the Dunwell City Watch, a betrayal that boggles the mind. How many others are involved? They aim their venom at our dear Empress, young Emily. That much is certain. But when will they strike? And how? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of historic information, linking it together with what we already know? Can we even afford another week? Or should Meagan and I set out for the Crystal tonight, take this leakage hub through the canal? Corvo will not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know, and if I'm too hasty, it might be his undoing. Coming home to his native Saracanos without some critical piece of knowledge about this affair. And then there is the crown killer to worry about. If that fiend is part of the Duke Abel's schemes, as I suspect, how long until the dreadful whale catches the Duke's eyes? Yes, it already has. Well, that was everything for this episode, and as always, thank you for watching.